Okay, this is the final, straight after. So as I said, because of the first couple of heats I did badly with the engine issues and the throttle cable. So here I am, I think I'm about 12th or 13th again. Anyway, so at the start you can see the deficit I've got in the beginning because the engine's just not warm enough. So that's a bit of a problem, I'm going to have to fix that. There we go. Oh, so that's right, so Neville got pushed out and then I think it was Mo who got stuck on the back of Darren. And they eventually they disentangled themselves, but I managed to get around that. And now I'm up behind Nick and Gregory and then Dylan in front, I think. So just seeing how I can go here. So yeah, I think I'm actually probably up in a decent position at this point. I'm just trying to count how many they're up. I think there's a few further up ahead, maybe 8th or something. And yeah, I feel like I got a good run here, but just look at that. I'm losing a fair bit on the straight because the engine's not warmed up. So that's a bit of a shame. And then Nick and Dylan gets all locked up together and I couldn't avoid it, so I spun off as well. And then all those guys at the start that I passed managed to get through ahead of me again. So here I go again, back on a recovery drive. Got rid of all the junk off my tyres and now I'm just trying to see in the distance how far the people in the lead are actually away from me. So we'll see if I can catch up to them. Yeah, this is the issue. I'm finding I'm qualifying really well and then having technical issues in the first couple of races, and then it's putting me right at the back. And yeah, it seems that whenever you're at the back, it's really easy to get involved in altercations. So at that first corner with Nick and Dylan, you'll be able to see them down here standing at the side of the road. The reason I spun, I feel, is because when they slow down so much, it's really hard not to kind of go in tandem with them, and I think I was actually very lucky to spin off in a different angle so I didn't actually run into them. But yeah, I was probably just going a little bit too fast and I didn't see they got connected until too late. So it was a bit of a difficult one to avoid that. Anyway, I'm just going as fast as I can here. You can see I'm quite angry. I'm really getting into the corners as much as I can, feeling like I've got absolutely nothing to lose now by going flat out. Just trying to catch them as quickly as I can. That's actually a really good corner now. I was getting so much oversteer the last round a month ago, but now I feel like that back is really sticking in, and look at that, really smooth through there. So I think it's really improved a lot since we fixed the bend in the chassis. And then I can see a few people up ahead. I think that's Mo and someone else. I'm not sure who that is. And being that this is the final, we've got 14 laps, so I've actually got a bit of time to try and make my positions. And look at that. Look at how smooth that is now. Before, it was twitching everywhere. A bit of oversteer on that one, but I was twitching everywhere coming out of the corners. So since I've had the chassis fixed, I can really feel that this X6 chassis is really good at powering out of the corners. If you can just slow fast enough, get to the right speed, it just powers out. And I wasn't used to that after having so much oversteer for the last couple of rounds. So I'm catching up this guy bit by bit. And I've been noticing just in the distance that I've been catching, I think it's Darren, who was basically one of the pace setters of this event. But he's got a damaged radiator because Mo went onto the back of him. So, oh, here we go, lining up this guy. So he took off a bit. I don't think he went full throttle through there. So I pretty much just dabbed the brake a little bit and then go full throttle. So that's why I was able to get a run on him. But yeah, you can see up in the distance, I'm a little bit closer to Darren, which is good. And now I'm just trying to get up behind Mo, and he's got two guys in front of him. And then, let's watch this, and Mo goes for it, and then, whoops, bang, straight into the wall again, damaged again. Not what you want to see, so I'm furious at this point. But let's watch that again as a slow-mo. So I just wanted to play this from here, so you can see Mo's getting a really good run on this guy. But for my mind, I think he's taking this a little bit late. Like, I feel like my experience of this corner is you want to actually stay left, because if you end up going out to the right, It is a real big journey to go to try to cut inside the inside. And again, it's always a visibility issue. If somebody's on the inside, it's quite difficult to see where they are. And so what happens here is I think Mo's really good on the brakes here. And this guy's braked probably, the guy in front of him's probably braked a little bit too early. So I'll just go forward a little bit. I'm still flat out at this point. Mo's really jinked to the left. And possibly this guy's covered him a bit, I think. I can't quite see, but he looks like he's giving him a bit of space, but somehow Mo has lost the back a little bit, possibly because he had to avoid him, maybe because he braked so early he had to avoid it and he just darted to the inside. Easy to do. And then I've got this moment here where I have a very split-second decision to make. I would have loved to have gone to the inside and try to swoop up there, but I've been really practicing this corner, trying to go as fast as possible. So I'm really on the limit here. And as soon as I saw him sideways, I'm thinking, uh-oh, the best way to go is around the outside, because I thought he might spin to the inside. But as you can see here, as I slow it down, Mo has basically slid sideways, and he's kind of ended up in the middle of the circuit. He's actually rolling back a little bit as well. So I'm thinking, okay, I've got a very small window outside of him that I can go round. If there was no gravel and stuff there, I might have been able to do this. But my speed at this point is really high. And then the back goes, because I'm trying to go around him. And then there you go, I've passed Mo, but couldn't slow it down at this point. The back comes round, and then bang, straight into the tyres. So I'm really hoping that the chassis is not bent. I've been pretty upset about it, not wanting my chassis to, because it's basically a brand new chassis. I've had three months with this chassis, and it's already had so many crashes. So yeah, I'm hoping the kart shop guy can fix it for me, and we'll be back for the next one. Anyway, thanks for watching. Mo was really good and actually came over and said sorry, and was helping me clean the kart up and that sort of stuff. So there's no ill feelings there. But yeah, racing is complicated. Sometimes I think being at the back, coming through the field is really, really difficult. I mean, you can see Nick and Dylan and Mo and Neville was a bit further up, but all these guys were all kind of learning together, and it's really difficult to avoid accidents here and there because we're all learning, and it's a very unpredictable sport. But it's really interesting to see that the top 2 or 3 people, they tend to get out in front and then they just kind of disappear, and they very rarely get involved in skirmishes because they don't have any targets to avoid, kind of thing. So I guess the lesson learned for me here is I need to get on top of the technical issues that I've been having for the first couple of heats, so that I'm not trying to come back through the field, because it's just it's so taxing. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you can, and a comment. I'd love to hear what you think about the racing. If you have any tips for me to improve on, please let me know. That'd be great. But I'm hoping when the kart's fixed, we can have a much better run next time. Because I really honestly felt this weekend, in qualifying I was 4th out of 17, I think. So I wasn't actually that far off the pace, just a couple of tenths. And my best lap was a 42 flat, I think, 42 flat. And the leaders are doing, the best lap for the leaders was maybe a 41.7. So I'm about 3 tenths off the leaders. So we're not that far off the leaders. We just need to probably get a bit of a cleaner weekend. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.